Hi there, I'm Birgit O'Connor, and welcome to my studio. In today's project, we're going to be focusing on kelp, working with one color, and keeping it very simple. So as you can see behind me, I have some paintings in progress, and the idea is how to retain a highlight. So if you look at this one over here, up in this area, we have a lighter area, and then as it moves down here, it gets a little darker, so we have a slightly darker value. And we're not really going to go into that so much today as we are paying attention to the amount of water on the surface. We'll put water down on the paper, add a little bit of color, and watch it move. So that very simple technique is how you will eventually get into something like this or any of the other paintings that I have around me. So let's get started and have some fun. Now for this painting, I'm going to make just a little more elaborate looking kelp. And basically what I'll do is think about one big ball over here and a slightly smaller ball there. And then I'm slowly getting smaller as I continue. And to do that, notice how I'm just taking my wrist and going around in a circle like that. That way I can get more of a circle shape. I'm trying to get an idea where I'm going with it. So I have a little stem, so they almost look like little lollipops. One big one, smaller, and then it gets smaller as we go along. And then I'll have a little stem that goes like this, and just connect them, just like that. And then maybe we'll make this one curve down over here. Let's go ahead and think about giving it its top. So I'm making these giant triangles, and I'm trying to make the triangle have a little shape to it so it doesn't look like a real boxy looking thing. It just has a little movement to it. So we have some idea. It doesn't have to be perfect, just sort of close. And let's think about this one over here, something like that. Maybe we'll do another one back here. How about we make a great big ball back there and another stem? And we can do that or not. It's up to you. I'm going from my rinse bucket to my palette. And what I'm looking for is a good amount of water here. Now my water isn't really crystal clear. It'll be just fine. It'll help show you the amount of water that I'm using. And I'm going to try to figure out the colors that I want. I can use either a yellow from this set over here, right there, that works nicely. I have a duller yellow in my palette there. I can put a brighter yellow in there if I can find it. But here, this is a French ochre. I've got a burnt sienna, but I'd like something brighter. So I think I'm going to go for my yellow over here. Just like that. Let's get a nice amount of color in there. That's just a nicer yellow here. So I'm just trying to get some color in here. That should work. I want a yellow. I'm running out of the yellow in my little palette there, so I'll just stick with this for a second. This is a Hansa yellow medium. That's pretty bright. But I just want a lot of color. That's basically all that I'm trying to do. And to tone it down, I'll take a little green, pop that in there, maybe a tiny bit of brown, so that way it's more kelpy looking. Alrighty. Then, let's see, let's think about our little balls that we started with. Put water in there. We can put it in each one, almost up to the pencil line, or you can go ahead and bring it up to the pencil line. That'll be fine. So we've got a little bubble of water in each one of those. It doesn't matter if you use a big brush or a smaller brush. We just need water in there. Let's bring the color along the pencil line. Just like that. Maybe I want more yellow in that. Just along the pencil line. That way it's going to have a nice highlight in the center. And over here I didn't put the water in there, so you can see the difference, how that is really dry. Let's take a look at that. Let's get a little more color in there. Good. This is looking great. Let's take our water and fill in our little triangles. And then let's go ahead and find that pencil line and bring the color right along that edge. And then I'll go to the next one. Now I'm leaving a little dry space in between. That way it's not all going to blur together. And that's very nice how it just flows into the water on the surface. And let's do the same thing over here. Look at that move. Love it. Now we could be more exact, but this is a lot of fun. And over here, I have a little dry space in between both of those areas. And if they touch, that's okay. We'll just work with it. But having the color move in the water is what makes this the most fun. Maybe I'll even touch a little bit like that and go along the pencil line. And if you have too much water in there, what you can do is just take your brush, remove the extra water, and lift it out with the very tip of your brush. Just like that. And if I want to clean this up there, I'll just do that. Okay. Oh, I forgot these over here. Let's add some water and water. And the same thing over here. Isn't that great? And let's do another one over here, just water. And we'll get a little, just like that, just a little bit of water. And then let's find the edge, the pencil line. And we'll leave the center white because that way the color will find its way in the water. Just like that. And then let's think about our stems coming down here. Now what's really fun is just using that water. We could go and try to draw it in like that, but if we just take our water, so brush, get water on it, and you can't even see it because it's going to be invisible. We'll just basically paint with our water right down here and then bring it almost to the edge of that little ball. I'm just following that little pencil line. And then, if we find that edge, let's watch it run. It's running down that water. Isn't that great? And if you want to make it a little bit bigger, you can. And let's do the same thing over here. And now we've got this great kelp. Just like that. And for those little pools of water, I'll just pull it out with the very tip of my brush. We can always come back in, add a little more color if you want to pull things out, but I like it just like this. Perfect. Well, thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you've enjoyed yourself, and now you know how you can easily paint kelp or actually any subject with that technique. And if you want, you can create an ocean with kelp or put it in a tide pool or create your own story. So until next time, have fun and happy painting.